As alpha woman, like, why is it that you are allowing me to control you as well? Like, I start to look at that too. You're allowing me to tell you that.
So then you're basically saying that you're the one that's ruining the relationship by you trying to be the alpha.
If you see that I'm an alpha woman, step your shit up.
But it is because you don't know how to relate to an average guy that you may not find alpha. He might be a good man with great qualities for a successful relationship, but you're so alpha that you can't understand how to make the relationship work.
But if he's doing what he's supposed to do, I'm pretty sure that submissiveness is going to kick in. It's going to kick in naturally.
But that's to your standards, right?
As alpha.
But I'm a woman, so you're telling me something that I'm telling you is not true. I look at myself as an alpha female. The reason I'm not bigger, I'm not stronger. Lord knows I can't wait till an alpha male comes in my life and takes over. I'm an alpha female because I am the head of my household. So how a man would be a head of his household and run things, I have to do that until a man comes in and does that. Yes, I am an alpha. The bills are paid by me. My kids are taken care of by me. I run everything that goes on in my life and my children's life to a T. Nothing does not move unless it moves through me. I'm an alpha female. I'm in the working field. I'm competitively in the working field.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm not beneath any, but
as an alpha woman, I had to be very intentional about being softer for my man and to my man. I had to remember that when problems arise or situations arise that I don't necessarily agree with or I'm not seeing eye to eye with, the situation is the problem, not my man. Right. So I'm very intentional about my words with him. I'm very intentional about how I handle him because as much as I want to be handled with care and with love, so I handle him with care and with love. And I don't, it's been, baby, I think you know that I'm a very strong and boisterous woman, so it ain't always easy, you feel me?
I think
sometimes you gotta take a break to walk away for a second to get yourself together because you know that the level you on right now is gonna get disrespectful. Sometimes you have to let me take myself back and let me go in the room for a second. Let me go for a walk because I don't want to handle you in the way that I know I'm about to handle you right now. Yeah. Let me do the work for myself. So just be very intentional about how you talk to him.
All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo-Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. And that is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man, who, by the way, only came for the Israelites. All right. And this lesson is brought to you by how to handle a alpha female. Okay. How to handle an alpha female. All right. And just to be straight up and blunt with you, you don't. You leave them alone, okay? Because they screwed up in the head, man. All right? And they are screwed up in the head. This is Proverbs 21:9. It says, it is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house, okay? Because some of you might not deal with quote unquote alpha females at home. But guess what? You might have to deal with the alpha females on the workforce, okay? And how do you deal with them? Distance yourself as much as possible from them as you can, okay? And the only alpha female is a hyena, okay? For the most part, the alpha female of the hyena clan is the only one that I can think of where the woman calls the shot, okay? So these women, they're nothing but a bunch of hyenas, man. Okay, and we're gonna look up that fact on Google. We're gonna type, is the female hyena a alpha female? Okay. So let's read that again. Proverbs 21:9. It is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop, in a little section, than what? With a brawling woman in a wide house. Because what did you see in all those clips from those quote unquote so-called alpha females? They got a big ass mouth and they run their mouth, man. All right. You want to distance yourself as far away from that as possible. All right. For your own sanity. Okay. Let it be. All right. If you have to work with those type of women, distance yourself. All right. Keep it where it is in the workplace. Don't try to go out and hang out with them. Don't think you're going to try to, smooth talk them over. Nah, just let them be, man, because they got hell that they dealing with all by themselves, man. All right? They've been misguided, misled, and for some reason or another, they dealing with demons, man. Okay? So that's all an alpha female is, man. Is a loudmouth, evil spirit, demonic possessed woman, man. Okay, who thinks she's a man. All right, let's look at this in Deuteronomy 22. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. It reads, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. See? And the other woman, or one of the women's on I'm an alpha female, says she pays the bill, she take care of her children, she does this, she does that. You see? She thinks she's a damn man. Okay? So these women are screwed up in the head, man. All right? This whole alpha female, whatever you want to call it, saga, it's just an indictment on the mindset of the women, all right? Especially, you so-called black women, and not to be forgotten, you so-called Latino Native American ones as well, but none more so than the so-called black woman, man. So it says, Deuteronomy 22 and 5, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, which is what? The breeches, okay? But in this society, they think they can, wear the breeches and call the shots because Esau, Edom gave them a little power. They can pay their own bills. They can take care of their quote-unquote children, so on and so forth. What does it say? It goes on to read, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, all right, which is a dress. For all that do so are abomination unto Yahweh thy power, all right? And this is why the woman, the quote-unquote alpha female, is all fucked up in the head, man. All right? She don't put on that which pertaineth unto a man, which is the breeches. And not only did she put them on, but now she believed that she is the man, the alpha. Okay? Which means, let's look up that word alpha and see what the definition yields. It's a Greek word, which is
Strong's G1 alpha. Alpha.
It's the first letter of the Greek alphabet, okay? Let's see if we can highlight that, see if it'll let us define alpha. The first letter of the Greek alphabet, A, translated as a code word representing the letter A used in a radio communication, a plane angle. What does it mean to be alpha? A socially dominant person or animal. And these women, man, they're nothing but damn animals, man. Okay, because the only damn alpha female is a damn hyena, man. All right? It's a hyena. Let's see if we can look this up. See if we can type this right. Are alpha females hyenas? It goes into AI overview. Yes, spotted hyenas are often led by an alpha female, in their social structure as a matriarch, the alpha female and her offspring dominate the clan, with adult males ranking lower. This dominance is not only about social rank, but also about access to resources like food, and is passed down through the female line. So this is a trait known to a animal known or goes by the name of a hyena, all right? So these damn alpha females, they're nothing but hyenas, man. Let's look at some of the images. You know, the hyena, the female hyena even has a appendage that looks like a male, you know, penis, man. All right? So these damn females, man, they nothing but a bunch of goddamn hyenas, man, who wear that which pertaining to a man, the breeches, and they put the breeches on, and they want to have a damn, you know, male extremity between their legs, man. They really envious of the male species, man. All right. Whether, you know, they call themselves an alpha female, whether they call themselves a bull dagger, a dyke, what have you, a stud, you know, it's all in the same category. All right. And this is pretty much what they are, man. Okay. This is your alpha female. All right. So let's get back to the scripture. Matter of fact, we'll go here to Proverbs 21:9. It reads, "It is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house." Right, we read that already, okay? So it's better to dwell in what? A corner, a small piece, man. All right? That's why most of the men that, you know, deal with these quote-unquote high-value women or alpha females, they got what? Man caves, all right? Because they've been marginalized to the fact that they have to pretty much play the role of, you know, a sub or a co, you know, partner, whereas they're equal with the woman, okay? Instead of being the head of the household, they share the responsibilities to where they're equal. Okay, yeah, my women, we're equal. We both are on the same playing field, when that's not so, according to the Bible, man. All right, the Lord created the man to be over the woman. All right, it's just that simple. All right, so let's go back to Deuteronomy 22:5, and then we'll pick up. This is Deuteronomy chapter 22 in verse 5, speaking on an alpha female, a.k.a. the damn hyena, man, with that male-like appendage between her legs, man. She wants that so bad, man. All right, she don't want to truly be in her, you know, her femininity, you know, which the Lord gave her. All right, no, she wants to compete against the damn male. All right, and call herself an alpha female. All right. So it says, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto Yahweh thy power." More so, in Genesis 3:16, it tells us that what? "Unto the woman," he said, "I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee." See? So this society has screwed up the women's mind all different types of ways, man. They're no longer in subjectivity. They're in the role of competing, as one of them said. I compete against males in the workforce. See? So stay as much and far away from these quote-unquote alpha females, these hyenas, man. All right? Because they looking to destroy you, man. All right? They're looking to destroy you. So the best way on how to handle an alpha female, a.k.a. a hyena, is to stay as far away from them as possible. All right. This is Proverbs 9 and 13. It reads, a foolish woman, or another word, an alpha female, is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. See? She don't know what the hell it means to really be an alpha. It's not in her DNA. All right? Her DNA is encoded with what? Being submissive. All right? But see, under this damn rulership, man, she's all screwed up in the head, man. All right? Because she got a little bit of power. All right? Because she can buy groceries. Because she can pay the bills. All right? Because she could be a quote-unquote independent woman. So now she's an alpha female, man. But see, soon, shit's going to hit the fan. And they going to snap back into reality, man. Where they ain't going to be able to play that, I'm an alpha female. I can take care of, my children. I can take care of the bills. I can take care of the mortgage payment, the rent, whatever else. Okay, we gonna see, man, how that's gonna work out with you. All right. So a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. She has no idea what it takes to be a man. Because why? She wasn't made to be a man. A man is a leader. All right. She doesn't understand once true adversity kicks in, she's going to find out that she needs a man, all right? All that I can do better by myself, that's bullshit, man, all right? And she going to find out sooner rather than later that she can't do shit on her own, man, okay? She can't, all right? And we going to see, man, Jacob's trouble is going to be that equalizer that's going to set things straight, man, all right? Because right now, shit is off scale, man. All right, you got women playing the role of man. You got man playing the role of woman. You see, but see, Jacob's trouble is gonna set things straight, man. All right, it's gonna put things back into perspective. So let's go ahead and close out with 1 Peter 5 and 8. We ain't gonna make it long. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and 8. It reads, "Be sober, be vigilant." See? If the woman understood that she ain't supposed to be in the role of a male, she'll know there's no such thing as a goddamn alpha female, man. But you see, this society has screwed her head up to the fact that she thinks that she can play the role of an alpha female. All right? Which ain't nothing but a hyena, man. It says, be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. All right. And for the most part, he done devoured majority of our women, man. Why it's pretty much a uphill battle, and hey, they ain't gonna get it on this side for the most part, especially those of our women that's here in Babylon the Great, man. All right. They got too many perks, okay, to give it up. All right. So how to handle a alpha female? Stay the hell as far away from them as possible. All right. So with that being said, pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We're almost home. Shalom. Peace.